Have you ever wondered how gliding, the act of flying without an engine, came to be? It's a question that sends us back centuries, to a time when the sky was a realm of dreams and the idea of flight, a whimsical fancy. The genesis of gliding can be traced back to ancient China, where kites, the precursors to modern gliders, were first invented. These early flying contraptions, often shaped like birds, were not only used for fun, but also for communication, military operations, and even scientific research. The Chinese kites, with their ability to harness the wind and glide through the air, planted the seeds for the idea of human flight. Our journey then takes us to the Italian Renaissance, where the polymath Leonardo da Vinci was captivated by the idea of human flight. His sketches of the ornithopter, a machine designed to fly by flapping its wings like a bird, were a testament to his pioneering spirit. Although da Vinci's designs were never realized during his lifetime, they served as an inspiration for future inventors and dreamers. Fast forward to the 19th century, where British inventor Sir George Cayley made significant strides in aeronautical engineering. Cayley is often hailed as the father of aviation for his work on the principles of flight. His most notable achievement was the successful flight of a manned glider in 1853. This glider, built on the principles of lift, drag, and thrust, was the first of its kind to carry a human being through the air without the aid of an engine. This marked a significant milestone in the history of aviation, as it became a tangible demonstration that human flight was possible. From ancient Chinese kites to Da Vinci's ornithopter designs, and finally to Cayley's successful glider flight, these were the early footprints on the path to human flight. Each step, each leap of faith, brought us closer to mastering the art of gliding, of soaring through the skies like the birds that inspired us. So the concept of gliding was born, and the first steps toward its realization were taken. Our story doesn't end here. It's just the beginning of an incredible journey through the history of gliding. With the concept of gliding established, how did it develop into the sport we know today? As we journey back to the late 19th and early 20th century, we find ourselves in what many consider the golden age of gliding. This period saw the birth of gliding not just as a method of flight, but as a spectacle, a sport, and a science. At the forefront of this era were pioneers like Otto Lilienthal and the Wright brothers. Lilienthal, a German aviation enthusiast, was renowned as the first person to make controlled, sustained flights with a glider. His designs, based on careful observations of birds in flight, laid the groundwork for the future of aviation. Sadly, his passion for gliding led to his untimely demise during a flight in 1896, but his legacy lives on today. On the other side of the Atlantic, the Wright brothers were also making strides in the field of gliding. Their early experiments with gliders around the turn of the century gave them the knowledge they needed to build and fly the world's first powered aircraft in 1903. Their gliders, unlike Lilienthal's, were biplane designs, with two wings stacked one above the other. They also introduced the concept of three-axis control, which allows pilots to steer their aircraft effectively. These pioneers used gliders not just for the thrill of flight, but as tools to understand the principles of aerodynamics. Their work helped to establish gliding as a significant area of research in aviation, paving the way for many of the innovations we see in aircraft design today. At the same time, gliding was becoming a popular pastime. People were drawn to the sport by the thrill of soaring through the air, the challenge of mastering the wind and the elements, and the sheer beauty of flight. Gliding clubs sprang up across Europe and America, hosting competitions that drew crowds of spectators and inspired a new generation of pilots. The Golden Age set the stage for gliding to become a popular sport and a significant area of research in aviation. The pioneers of this era showed us that with a little courage and a lot of ingenuity, humans could indeed take to the skies and experience the joy of flight. How did the World Wars impact the development and use of gliders? Let's take a journey back in time and explore this fascinating chapter in the history of aviation. During the World Wars, the stealth and silence of gliders slid them into a new role: troop transportation. They became essential tools in the military's arsenal, offering a quiet, radar-evading method of delivering soldiers to battlefields. The World Wars saw gliders evolve from recreational contraptions to strategic war machines. The concept of silent and undetected troop transportation was revolutionary. It allowed armies to infiltrate enemy lines without the telltale roar of engine-powered aircraft, providing a critical advantage in several significant operations. One of the most notable uses of gliders was during the D-Day landings in World War II. This operation, known as Operation Overlord, was a pivotal moment in the war. The British Horsa and American Waco gliders played a crucial role, carrying troops, vehicles, and heavy equipment. They were released from their towing aircraft miles away from the landing zones, silently gliding through the night sky, evading radar detection. Imagine being a soldier in one of these gliders, soaring silently above enemy territory, preparing for the chaos of battle. The silence would be eerie, only broken by the occasional creak of the glider's wooden frame or the hushed whispers of your comrades. This was the reality for thousands of soldiers during the World Wars. However, these missions were not without risk. Gliders were often referred to as flying coffins due to their vulnerability. They had no engines, no armor, and were often constructed hastily from wood and fabric. Despite these challenges, the strategic value of gliders was undeniable. The World Wars transformed the perception and application of gliders. From a tool of leisure to a weapon of war, they played a significant role in shaping the outcome of some of the most pivotal battles. The World Wars gave gliders a new purpose, showing their strategic importance in warfare. They're a testament to human ingenuity, demonstrating how a simple concept can be adapted and refined to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world. From a tool of war to a sport, how did gliding evolve in the post-war era? Let's dive into this fascinating transition. As the echoes of war began to fade, the world sought ways to repurpose military technology for peaceful pursuits. Gliding was no exception. The serene grace of a glider in flight was a far cry from the harsh realities of war, and it didn't take long for the sport of gliding to take off, quite literally. The post-war era saw the birth of numerous gliding clubs across the globe. These clubs became the nurturing grounds for enthusiasts who wanted to experience the thrill of silent flight. They provided training, equipment, and a community of like-minded individuals. But it was not just about the thrill. Gliding also became a sport of precision and skill, where pilots competed to complete set tasks in the shortest time or over the longest distance. Meanwhile, the world of gliding was not standing still. Technological advancements were making gliders safer and more efficient. Innovations in materials led to lighter, stronger airframes. Improvements in aerodynamics resulted in gliders that could soar higher and longer. Even the humble cockpit saw evolution, with the introduction of advanced navigation and communication systems. The rise of gliding as a sport also led to the establishment of international gliding competitions. These events, such as the World Gliding Championships, brought together the best pilots from around the world. They competed not only for glory, but also to push the boundaries of what was possible with gliding technology. Gliding had become more than just a way to repurpose old war machines. It had become a sport that combined the thrill of flight with the challenge of competition. It was a sport that required skill, precision, and a deep understanding of the forces of nature. And so, gliding had evolved from a tool of war to a popular sport, bringing joy to many around the world. It's a testament to our ability to find beauty and excitement in even the most unlikely of places. And as we look to the future, who knows what new heights gliding will reach? What does the future hold for the sport of gliding, you may ask? As we turn our gaze forward, we can see a horizon brimming with exciting possibilities and challenges for this captivating sport. Advancements in technology are set to redefine the world of gliding. Imagine gliders equipped with cutting-edge navigation systems or lightweight, durable materials that enhance performance and safety. The advent of electric propulsion could open up a new era of powered gliding, offering more control and flexibility without compromising the sport's inherent elegance and environmental friendliness. Moreover, the integration of virtual reality and artificial intelligence could revolutionize training methods, allowing new pilots to experience the thrill and challenges of gliding in a safe, controlled environment before they take to the skies. These technological leaps could make the sport more accessible and appealing to a broader audience, fostering a new generation of aviation enthusiasts. Yet with these advancements come significant challenges. The sport of gliding is not immune to the broader issues facing the aviation industry, such as environmental concerns and regulatory complexities. The very essence of gliding, the freedom to soar through the skies, is at odds with an increasingly crowded and regulated airspace. As we move forward, the gliding community must navigate these challenges with the same skill and grace that they exhibit in the cockpit. Beyond technology and regulation, the future of gliding lies in its ability to inspire. This sport has a unique power to ignite a love for aviation, to nurture the dreams of those who long to take flight. It is a stepping stone for many aspiring pilots, a gateway to a world above the clouds. As we look to the future, the sky is truly the limit for the sport of gliding. The journey may be filled with turbulence, but the passion and dedication of the gliding community will undoubtedly ensure that this sport continues to evolve, captivate, and inspire for generations to come.